No price talk and no Lambos. This is not another crypto podcast. Welcome to Ignition. I'm your host, Jillian, and each week we will be looking at the problems solved by blockchain. I'll be going deep with the people building the apps and communities which are changing the world around us. Good morning. You're listening to the EOS Dublin podcast called Ignition with me, Jillian Gosselin. Today I have a very exciting guest. His real name is Jani. However, today is the 10th of July, he is henceforth known as Captain Bitcoin. Woo! Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you very much for having me.
You're very welcome. I think I said to you earlier, Captain Bitcoin. I have images of the Black Adder. You know one of the Black. Do you watch the Black Adder comedy series?
I haven't. No.
Oh no! It's the English classics, but there's the middle thing when they have there's a character there. Flashman thing. He's irresistible to the ladies, and he goes around and he slaps his thighs the whole time, going, "Hey!" So this is you, Captain Bitcoin. Woo!
Hey!
So now our listeners are going to say, "What on earth is Captain Bitcoin?" Explain all, please, Harsh.
Yeah, of course. Right. So I've been in the crypto space for a few years now, and having worked with a leading incubator, accelerator, and also worked for a venture capitalist in the blockchain and crypto space, I see a lot of ideas on a daily basis. And Captain Bitcoin was born out of frustration. So what is it? It's a platform designed specifically to drive crypto, and specifically Bitcoin and crypto adoption. And how we do that is by allowing people to come onto our platform, watch videos around blockchain and crypto-based projects, companies, what's happening in the space. We reward them. And additionally, what we do is effectively do giveaways on a daily basis, effectively like a draw, where we randomly select users, and the users are randomly selected to the point where the more content they consume, the higher their chances of winning are. And we give away about $1,000 worth of Bitcoin a day, and we look to significantly increase that over time.
Wow. So presumably the giveaway is going to be congruent, if that's the right word, on having enough people on the site. So there'll be a tipping point, won't there? I mean, you're not going to give away 1,000 a day from day one.
Exactly. And we think we ran some numbers, and we think we can get to that number once we've got about 100,000 people registered on the website. So what we can do is initially to get to that point, the giveaway is going to be a little bit smaller than $1,000, but it's a nice round number we use for advertising. And do you give $1,000 worth of Bitcoin to one person or to multiple people? No, to multiple people. So how we do is we kind of break it down, and per day we're going to give away $1,000. But on, say, for example, Monday to Saturday, you're going to have 10 people win $100. Mm-hmm. But then on Saturdays, you're going to have 4 people win $250. And then we do like monthly larger giveaways where you're going to have 2 people win like $500, and a quarterly you're going to have 1 person win $1,000. So that keeping the person to come back to the platform and re-engaging with us, because they have chances of, the more they engage with our platform, the more probability and possibility of them winning the bigger awards. And it's random, isn't it? So if I win one day, it doesn't preclude me from winning the next day. It doesn't at all, no. So what we're doing is we actually using a decentralized random number generator to generate numbers for us. Excellent. So how long do you need to watch for before you go into the draws? You only need to watch videos for about 2 minutes before you're automatically entered into the draw. So we also have a cap of basically 10 minutes. Additionally, people are not allowed to watch more than 10 minutes a day. What we wanted to do is Joe Blogs, just kind of that doesn't want to waste too much of his time, and it's not too much into crypto. We wanted to give them an opportunity to easily get their feet into crypto. So 2 minutes commitment per day kind of thing. And if I say I find the content terribly interesting, can I say watching? Just don't go into the draw. Is that how it works? I can still watch the videos, can I? Yes, you can, yes. Oh, good. Not your 10 minutes is up just at the crucial moment, the denouement of the video. That's kind of cool. And then tell me, you can also win Captain tokens as well, can't you? That's correct, yes. So effectively what you're doing is per video you're watching, per 30 seconds or per minute, what you're doing is earning those Captain tokens, and that will automatically be distributed into your wallet that will be inbuilt on our application itself. Now, so you're pitching this in particular at people who are crypto curious, whatever, maybe don't know too much about it. Do they have to set up their own wallet, or do you do it for them? Do they have to set up their own wallet? No, the wallet will be integrated on our application. Wonderful. So there won't be any long keys and all that confusing stuff that does... Nothing like that at all. We want to keep it fairly simple. So hopefully when we do launch a mobile app, you'll be able to just sign in with your thumbprint, and off you go. Automatically scans it and off in you go, kind of thing. We really want to keep it stupid simple.
Yeah, and that sounds cool to me, because even though I'm in this business now 2 years almost, 2 years this summer, it's the private key, the public key, all those things, that does my head in. But when I move money around the place, and I don't have very much, I may add, but it does my head in. I'm like, oh my God, am I sending to the right place? It's like really scary. And so I'm looking forward to using this. So the money's going to be built up, presumably, is that from the advertisers, the people who produce the video? They're going to pay you to be on the site?
Yes, advertisers. So we've started approaching blockchain-focused companies initially, and that's what we do want to try and stick to. As you know, blockchain companies raise a lot of money. I know they've gone through a bit of the bear market. We've gone through a bit of the bear market and burned through quite a lot of that capital. But a lot of that allocation was towards marketing and PR and getting the word out there about their products. So everyone we've spoken to so far have absolutely loved the idea of a product, and they're looking forward to when we go live so they can start advertising.
Okay. And how many videos will we up? I mean, will it be endless? Endless companies?
That we just have to figure out as we go. Again, the platform is not ready yet. This is something we're kind of developing, and as we speak to the people, we're learning every day as more and more as we go. But we really do want to keep a limit to how much video content you can actually absorb initially, and maybe later on we can open it up.
And then presumably as you get people coming on, you'll open more categories. So it could be blockchain in the automobile industry, for example. So you'll have something to cater for everybody.
Yes, but that's very difficult, because the kind of people that might be specifically looking for that information, we might not be the place to go for that, and we're very aware of that. We really want to go for people that are a bit more generalists, that want to learn about the blockchain gaming industry, that want to learn a little bit about X, a little bit about A, a little bit about B, keep up with the news, what's happening, kind of like 2 minutes of information at a time. If you're looking for very specific information, we're not going to be that kind of crypto info place where you get your news and detailed information from. That's not what we're hoping to. No.
Okay. So you've gone live now, or is it a test site now?
No, we've just launched our kind of like landing page. We're just collecting information, and we've got already, we went live a couple of hours ago. We've had over 100 people subscribe already. So we're quite happy about that. And we haven't even pushed it out yet. It's just between a couple of friends and family and a couple of groups. No, it's just a landing page while we're developing our products. So we're just going to capture the information about the people that are interested in what we're doing.
This is very exciting, and this will be going out in about a week's time. So hopefully it'll be another little push. Tell me about the underlying technology on the platform then.
Yeah, so underlying technology, we're just going to be using the Ethereum blockchain. I'm a massive fan of Ethereum, very long on Ethereum. So we're building on Ethereum. That's Ethereum Smart. I've just said Ethereum way too many times now. Jesus.
Especially on an EOS podcast, but we'll excuse you this time.
I do apologize. And I'm going to bring it back to Bitcoin. No, so it's just smart contracts that's going to track as much how much video content every user is consuming, and what it's going to do. The smart contract is actually. I didn't mention one of the key parts. After every video, there's going to be a multiple choice question, and that's going to validate if the user has watched the video and consume that content effectively.
Okay, so also it gets around the problem of bots and stuff like that, doesn't it? So it's a real person looking, paying attention.
Exactly. So you answer that question correctly, and boom, you get allocated those tokens instantly to you. So, and then we track that, and we can use that information. We can feed it back to the advertisers as well, and we can say, hey, here you go. You can see it all. It's on the blockchain. There's nothing we can lie about, kind of thing. It's tamper-proof. And also, one of the best things is, because the tokens are getting distributed effectively immediately, you can go back onto our, for example, the Block Explorer, and check how many people we've distributed to tokens in the last 24 hours.
That'll be interesting. You'll have leaderboards presumably as well then.
We'll have leaderboards as well, yes.
Have you limited the amount of Captain Bitcoin tokens, or is this going to be an endless supply?
No, so we thought we looked at various different models, and we've capped it at 10 billion at the moment.
Okay.
It's like a huge number, but I can promise you it's not.
Okay, it's interesting. Wow, we look watching this space. And so the website is captainbitcoin.com.io?
It's .io, captainbitcoin.io.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about your background. You also work for Maven 11 Capital. What do they do?
Maven 11 Capital. Yes, we're a blockchain and BLT-focused venture capital fund based out of Amsterdam. We've been around since 2015. We're quite deeply rooted into the community, and we tend to invest in infrastructure level projects more than anything else. So we recently invested in some decentralized exchanges, protocols. Some of the biggest names that have been making rounds recently. Our most recent investment would be something like Elrond. I need to stop saying recently, Jesus, but it's just all
it's the excitement
in the space.
That's the Bitcoin.
No, Elrond was, I believe, was one of the last IEOs to happen on Binance, and the results were absolutely phenomenal. So we're quite pleased with that. One of the decentralized exchanges that we invested in is called Nash. It was also one of the first security token offering we invested in. We're currently looking at custody solutions, etc., etc. So yeah, very, very much the infrastructure
very
level.
active. And are you? I looked on your LinkedIn page. People wanted to go look at Jani, Jani. You're actively looking for projects. Some VCs don't want to look at projects. You're quite happy to receive decks, are you?
Yeah. I receive about 20, 30 decks a week, and I kind of it is my job to go through all of those decks, and I try and look through most of them in the suitable time frame.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we've made about 6 or 7 investments so far this year, and we've got 2 or 3 in the pipeline. So yeah, we are actively investing. If you've got anything,
good. Because it's interesting. Because sometimes I talk to VCs, and they do talk a lot about what they're doing, but I haven't seen much investment happening. So I'm not saying that. Obviously, VCs have to go through their due diligence.
Yes, of course.
But sometimes people seem to. Do they actually have the money, or are they just talking about it? So you seem to be very active.
Yes.
And other companies in your background, I see Swarm, what was that?
Yeah, Swarm Fund. So I've been working with Maven 11 for about just over 6 months now. Before that, I was at OneChain, and I was simultaneously working at Swarm Fund as well. Swarm Fund is a platform for issuing security tokens. It's an infrastructure for issuing security. And the full management cycle of the tokens rather than just issuance management, investor relations, everything through the platform itself.
And then I see when you were at OneChain, you're also involved with the One Labs, which was the incubator. That must have been interesting and a good precursor for what you're doing now with the Maven.
Exactly. Yes. So One Labs was kind of like my training ground and entrance into the VC world, which was really good. I absolutely, OneChain, if you've been around, I think, you mentioned earlier, you've been around for over 2 years. OneChain was one of the most hyped projects, and everyone was a big fan. Actually, that's how I met the Maven guys. They were big investors in OneChain, and then we just got along like a house on fire, and here we are. Hey, how life works out sometimes.
When you're looking at projects, what would be the top 3 things to make you have an interest in a project? Top 3 features.
Top 3. Look, it's always the team. For me, what's very important is the timing.
Yeah.
And the third is traction. Like, what do you have? I try not to invest in white papers or just ideas. And what have you built so far, how far you've got, what traction you've got, what users you've got. And if you're building, we don't really invest in dApps, but if you're building a dApp, for example, from previous experience, I would say, how many users are you growing day by day or week by week or month on month? And that's the growth curve is something we want to look at. I want to see how many updates you're making on how regularly. Those are the kind of things I want to look at, so we can see that the team is working hard constantly.
So it's kind of exciting times now. You mentioned earlier, we've been through the crypto winter, and now there's a lot happening again. I mean, the price obviously is positive because it's the crypto spring. But so what kind of things are you seeing happening that are different now compared to the middle of last year, for example? Yeah,
in terms of, there's a lot more development happening. There's serious projects being built now, and a lot of that noise is just kind of filtered out. And I've been to quite a few conferences lately, and there's no people chilling there. Subpar projects, let's just put it that way. It's very high quality teams as well.
Excellent. So going back to Captain Bitcoin, which is the thing that has you all excited now. So your fellow founder is Zoe
Sackle.
Sorry, I'm glad you said that. I would have gone school. Never actually said it out loud. So it's a labor of love. Your ambition behind Captain Bitcoin is to promote adoption of blockchain and Bitcoin in particular, with the rest of the right unwashed people. But do you think with the introduction of Libra from Facebook, do you think that is a gateway drug for ordinary people into crypto, or is it a distracting, not good factor? How do you feel about that?
Libra, I'm really, really excited about Libra, more than most people, I would say. The reason for that, it is going to be, like you just mentioned, the gateway drug. Once people are into that, Libra is not a cryptocurrency, it's a digital currency, but that is going to allow people, 2.5 billion people, easy access into cryptocurrencies. If you're looking for $1 billion idea, I've got one, and I can share with you. Build an atomic swap wallet or a DEX that you can integrate into Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp, and boom, you're onto one. Right away.
That's a very good idea. We leave that for our listeners to come back to. Wow. So we mentioned the crypto winter, crypto spring, that mass adoption thing. I mean, what does it do? what percentage of the world is using crypto now? Is it like 3% or is it more than that? Do we know what the percentage is?
The percentages are, I mean, I would say if you look on a regular basis, I think there's about 50 million people kind of accessing cryptocurrencies on a regular basis. So that's a very, very small percentage. Yeah, maybe a little bit more percentage might hold some tokens, but who's active on a regular basis? That's a much smaller number. So that's what we want to, that's where the adoption really needs to come in. People that are using blockchain-based products on a daily basis rather than they just hodl the coins and they forgot about it for 2 years. And that's what we're focusing on.
Yeah, and I suppose something like Captain Bitcoin will help that because it's taking away the pain. Because if it's as easy to watch videos and earn crypto and then maybe spend crypto because maybe you'll have a marketplace down the line on the Captain Bitcoin website itself. Yeah. So at the moment, I started off this conversation by saying all those horrible long keys, it's off-putting. And you're going, am I sending to the right person? It is definitely off-putting. And I'm in the business 2 years. I still have to go before I hit the button. So I think your Captain Bitcoin project is going to do a great job in that sphere. Tell me, when do you think we're going to hit mass adoption? Give us your best pitch.
I think we're going to have mass adoption, I have to say, when I feel Captain Bitcoin's done its job in about 3 to 4 years.
Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. In terms of world history, that's quite a small amount of time.
It's basically you've got Libra coming out next year, and then you're going to have you're starting to see a lot of development in the products that the companies that raised capital in 2017, 2018. You're going to start seeing them deploy their products this year or at least next year, and you're going to see a rise of these security tokens, Libra. So 2020, 2021, you're going to see a big push, a lot more eyeballs on the industry, and then a year or two after that, I think we should start to get there. And change happens really slow till it happens really fast. So anyone that knows the answer, they would be worth a lot of money. But let's see.
Yeah, and I think you're right too as well. I think the big thing is that when we don't even know we're on blockchain, we don't even know it's a cryptocurrency. We're just paying for something. With it could be like people are not scared of airline miles, for example, or loyalty points for a retailer. They're not scared of them. So I think we reach that point where we're using whatever coins we're using, and we're not scared of them. That's when we have it. And 3 years, 4 years, I think it could be right. Maybe we could be there. Be brilliant. So again, congratulations, Harsh, on Captain Bitcoin. I can't say it without slapping my thigh. I'll have to copy the link into that particular series of Blackadder. And I'm shocked, Harsh, you haven't seen the Blackadder series. It's definitely Captain Bitcoin.
It's not the first time I've heard that, but yeah, I might check it out when I get some time.
When you get some time, that's the operative thing. So thank you so much for your time today, and we will catch up with you again to find out more with Captain Bitcoin, what's on, what videos are on, and how many numbers are on. We'll come back and talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for having me.